Hey guys, Chris here. I just want to shoot you a quick video before our evening clients start coming in. And it's something that I've talked to my mailing list about today, so I'm going to explore that a little bit more in detail on this video. So why does losing weight make future weight loss and fat loss harder? Well, here's the thing. Your body is ridiculously smart. And let me set the scene for you. It's probably something that you all know very well. I know it very well. So, you join a gym, you start a diet, and the first few weeks your weight and fat is coming down at a great rate. It seems to be flying off. A few weeks later, you're still making improvements, still losing weight, still losing body fat. It actually feels like it's a little bit easier than what you thought, right? A few weeks later, bang, nothing. Weight loss stopped. Fat loss stopped. So why is that? Well, the truth is your body is ridiculously smart. And the thing about your body is when you're starting to lose weight, when you're starting to lose body fat, it counterbalances this. So it counteracts your weight loss and it counteracts your fat loss. And it actually starts bringing down a few key hormones and a few key mechanisms that are involved in the process of you losing weight, of you losing fat in the first place. So we start reducing total daily energy expenditure. We also start decreasing energy expenditure during exercise. And we also start decreasing energy expenditure during rest. So your body compensates metabolically for the fact that you're actually losing weight and losing fat. But also remember, because you've lost weight, it doesn't always mean that you've lost that full amount of weight from just fat. In fact, it's going to be a combination of muscle, fat, and water. Now, let's say you lose a stone from where you are right now. So let's say a high proportion of that is fat and a small amount of that is muscle tissue. Well, actually, when you're losing that muscle tissue, you're still losing active mass. And when you're reducing your weight, if you think about it, a smaller body versus a larger body isn't as metabolically active. So your body's kicking in a few things to stop you from losing further fat. And another few things that are happening is it's starting to drop thyroid hormones, it's starting to drop leptin, which tells your brain how to regulate body fat and how much your body fat stores you've actually got that it might want to give up. So this is more of a, I want to say, prevention mechanism. That's probably not the right word, but let's use it for this video. So it's kicking in to stop you from actually losing more weight, losing more body fat. So you get to this point and it seems like no matter what you do, there's nothing that's going to kickstart that weight loss, kickstart that fat loss. We're going to give you two key strategies here. So the first strategy that you could do is in your dieting phase, you might want to throw in a refeed. So when I say a refeed, I'm talking about carbohydrates. I'm talking about pushing those carbohydrates and also calories way up for a certain period of time. This will temporarily bring these hormones and bring these mechanisms out of flux and more back into state. And a second thing that you also could do is look at losing body fat and losing weight as particular phases. So one of the key things that I see, or key mistakes that I see most people make, and trust me, I've been there as well, I've done it, so I can relate to you guys, is we try and lose weight and we try and lose fat forever. So it's like we start a diet and there's no real end point to that diet. There's no real point at which we're saying, right, let's try and get to a certain point by this stage and then let's reevaluate, let's see where we're at. And maybe raise calories to take a little bit of a diet break. So what most people are trying to do, and again guys, you might be struggling with this yourself, so you're trying to lose weight consistently throughout the year. Now that's just never going to happen because you now know all these internal mechanisms are going to kick in to prevent weight loss and prevent fat loss anyway. So what we could do is split the year up into particular phases where we might have a fat loss phase. Following that fat loss phase, we might want to rebuild calories up a little bit and go into more of a muscle building phase before we return back to a fat loss phase again and ultimately bring calories lower again. And so this would also, from what I've experienced, combat the negative emotional side effects to weight loss and fat loss because nobody likes to feel like they're not doing well. And obviously, if you are up and down and yo-yo dieting, then first thing you've got to do is correct that. You've got to find something that works for you first because these mechanisms are going to kick in anyway. But if you're yo-yo dieting on top of this or going through a really low calorie weight loss plan, like a shake diet or anything like that, getting frustrated because that stalls, and then just going back to normal eating, you'll constantly find that you're losing weight only to regain weight. So this is not really teaching you anything. It's not really teaching your metabolism or your body anything. Whereas if we set it up in phases where you are actually consistent with your diet, with a sustainable diet, so our sort of way that we've already talked about quite a bit on videos before, and then we can start reducing calories, increasing training volumes, increasing training loads for a particular time. So let's say we go for an 8 to 12 week fat loss phase, and then following that, bring those calories back up, and then later on in the year, go back down again. This is an easier way and a more productive and profitable way to start seeing better changes in results and better changes to your body. And the good thing is, you avoid that frustration of just thinking that your fat loss has stopped forever. It hasn't. It's these mechanisms kicking in. So I've given you two really good strategies that I use myself there, guys. And if you've got any questions about that, please drop a comment in the section below. But remember, your weight loss or your ability to lose weight right now is going to affect your future ability to lose weight and lose fat. So we've got to be prepared for these things to happen, but we've also got to have tools as to what we can do to combat them. All right, guys, it's Friday night. Hope you have a great weekend. I'm signing off.